got a little me on the other side. Let's talk. Let's go straight in, guys. What's good? Don't forget to like and subscribe. So yeah, what are your first impressions about the character before we go in the stage? What do you think about the character itself?
Um,
First
my
impression.
personal opinion, he's really cool, very intricate. They stay true to the character overall, but how I feel overall design-wise, I've always loved this character. Because me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of Final Fantasy 16, the overall story and everything, and
Mm-hmm.
just the way that they set Clive to be, being especially the stuff that he went through. Yeah, like I really and the overall, if you know, like hold on, let me, if you know that marking on that on his face and what that means, overall, 10 out of 10 design. Especially involving the story, yeah, 10 out of 10 design. Really like this character. You're gonna talk about gameplay, very unique. Similarities to previous characters in game, but mechanically, definitely super overall fun. And touch-wise, I feel like anybody can play this character. He's not hard to touch, but now when it comes to execution,
Mm-hmm.
remembering certain things, that's gonna just take a little memory and time. Other than that, he's very easy entry, easy to master, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. It's solid. It's solid. Um, I would say that he has a lot of. I haven't seen a lot of Noctis, but
Yeah.
compared to Noctis, do you feel like he's more like animations in the sense of when you have a certain combo and it goes to like a flow of animation through it? Do you feel like he got more compared to Noctis in this case?
Yes, I would highly agree with that. He definitely has more than Noctis. Noctis had the difference, especially here we go, me being a Final Fantasy nerd. I would say the difference completely, Ralph Rip, you can tell, is that Noctis was limited to his base form stuff and not his full form stuff. However, Clive, on the other hand, has everything. Like, there's no, you know what I mean? There's no, he has his limit break, he has all that. The only thing, if you notice from Tekken 7 to this Tekken 8, Clive has his stuff from his actual game in his heat. Which, mind you, we had drive in 7. In this game, we have heat. So I get why he would be limited. But the total difference off jump is that when Noctis went into his limit break form, you only saw his limit break stuff and stance in his ultimate. In this game, Clive has access to all of that. Then in game, so it makes him more unique and intricate, I would say, for you.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So he's more, to me, if I had to make the comparison, he has way more, but he's a better character in that regard. Way more flashy.
I feel like he's definitely also more polished compared to other guest characters. I don't know if because a lot of people are like, yo, nah, but I think he's kind of good polished. I think they took their time with him, well deserved to him to like put in the game. He's not like, oh wow, no. They took their time with it. Design wise, looks fantastic. I'm no complaints. Like it's plain.
Yeah, design, like
it's
I
crazy.
I really like design. I mean, if you want me to be honest about it, like you say, he seems like the most polished guest character. Like, what are you comparing it to exactly?
So comparing to Noxus. Compared to Noxus, straight just Noctis, not other characters like Final Fantasy First
I'm
Fantasy.
looking at you, boy.
Nah. Just no. In the sense of just Final Fantasy versus Final Fantasy. So Noctis compared to Clive, I feel like Clive is more polished, more taken care of in the sense of like, yo, okay, they really took the time. I'm not saying like they left Noctis for what it was, but I feel like they did learn from what the response was from the community back then, and added a little bit more polish to it. Even to his rage art, to his like skill set, to his moves, you see that okay, you basically playing Final Fantasy in Tekken, in a sense.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you want to say in the sense of they gave him more, as in that being the polish, I can see why you say that. I can definitely agree with that. So yeah, I mean, I don't think that's wrong. Yeah, you can say he's definitely more polished than Noctis in that regard. So yeah, I don't. And then not only that, like this is why I said the Tekken Talk was a big thing because I watched it. They literally said they had more time with Clive.
Yeah,
because they already literally like before when everybody was like, "Oh, I wonder what we gonna have." They already had preset who they was gonna have in the game, and Clive was already on that list. So the developers and the directors and the programmers were already like, "All right, we're gonna have this, and that." And not only that, they played the game while play like developing him in 7. I mean in Tekken. My bad. I mean you said 7. In 7. So like you said 7. Jesus. In Tekken, they already developed a relationship with the character by also playing the game alongside having Tekken 8 being developed. I had to consider that. So with that being said, yeah, I feel like they already had a love for him because Michael Murray and Harada and them were already talking about it, and like the head developer that was over it, listen Noyaka, I know Yoshida. Mr. Yoshida was talking about how they felt about him being in the game in general, and it was like, oh, yeah, it'll be cool. We just, I mean, I don't have a problem with it because if you know the history of the character too, the combat system and that developer he also helped with the combat system in another hot game that's S tier, Devil May Cry. So if you play Final Fantasy 16, you see that everywhere, literally. Even in Tekken, you see it. Like you see hints of Virgil, you see hints of Dante, all within, like sprinkled in Clive. So it's all there, you know. So
yeah,
just to give a little.
Now, for me, it's my first Tekken, so that's I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, get your experience of a veteran Tekken man. Get your point.
Funny.
I mean, you played like Tekken for a long time.
I have.
I see. That's up, man. Because that's what I find interesting about this the game. For me, I like the character. Fighting itself is fun. It's fun. Nothing too crazy, but beautiful. I find it beautiful. The animations, just beautiful fighting. The map though, my goodness, yo.
Yeah, they went all out.
All out. I played on PlayStation, but I know for a fact if you play this on computer, yo, God bless your PC because
my
the
PC
details.
Everything on low, I'm straight.
You know what I'm saying?
My PC is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And you have it on high?
Huh?
Do you have your settings on high?
Yep.
No. I bet it's stunning enough. How much would you rate this stage? From 1 to 10.
You talking about on this stage?
Yeah.
It's shifting from like 60 to 40 sometimes. That's about it though.
Okay.
On
I know
this
too.
stage. But I need to hold on. I need to go to the transition. So let me check that out. I haven't did it yet. So let's see.
Oh yeah, we can do that too. I forgot about that. Hold on. I expected it to not be. I thought to be honest, I thought that there will be a transition for sure, but also that it would be like a choice map, like other maps normally, because of how they did the introduction with Jin and Clive. I thought, oh, so you can like select, you know what I'm saying? Selectables. Yeah. That's what I thought, but no, it's fine. But yeah.
Yeah. I think the thing about it is because like I think Curly mentioned this like while we were reacting to it live, and I like what's funny, like I think just going off of me and being a Tekken nerd or whatever, I immediately caught on as soon as I seen Clive, and it was like one of the most found RPGs of the year, and people loved it. And when Jeff from the Game Awards was literally talking about it, and we saw Final Fantasy, I was like, this is the guest character. I called it. But getting to the point, Curly said that if you look at the final stage of Clive's stage, it's basically what is it called? Hell's Paradise 2, basically. I think that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
But it's another stage that's in the previous Tekken, and that's basically what it is. It's not like it's nothing too crazy. But I get why she said that because it definitely looks like it. Like I can't even say it don't. Like, it definitely really does. But that's not no problem with me. Like I think the thing for me when it comes to like let me change to Chow Yu. That's what I need to do. The thing for me is like I can't wait to see Clive. Clive has set a stamp. Now, moving on in Tekken, if we have another guest character, they need to make sure that guest character is as in depth and as intricate and as unique as Clive.
Yeah, I do agree.
They can't step down.
They can't wash it.
Character's simple. Yeah, I'm gonna say I get it if a character's like a simple, straightforward fighting game character. That makes sense. There's not much you could probably do with the character, unless he's maybe a 2D character. But Tekken people don't want that. But yeah, Nah. Yeah, that's just my opinion.
No, I feel you. I understand that. I understand it. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I definitely see that. I think the Rachel's kind of fire too. Not gonna lie. And
You said the Rage?
the Rage art with the punchline. You know what I'm saying? You create your own fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Like the facial punchline, nice. Like I said, they did put good work in it.
Yeah,
Can I
that
say
Jay
my
went all
opinion
out.
as a person who actually played both of these games?
Yeah.
You just give me 1 second. But as a person who played both Final Fantasy 16 and Tekken, I will say that compared to the guest characters they could have gotten, I probably would have said that Clive. I probably would say, as crazy as it might sound, this is probably the best guest character they could have gotten for this season. And I know he's not the most popular pick, right?
Nah.
But when you get a guest character, you need the guest character to be different from the game itself, you know, and the mechanics of it and all. It needs to be interesting and unique for a guest character. That's why a lot of guest characters. That's why Tekken 7 had Noctis, Akuma, Geese, Negan. 4 characters that were unique to the Tekken franchise in the way that they would possibly play. Of course, Geese and Akuma didn't go over so well, but the point is that they got the right guy for the design philosophy they had already done for 7. And he's visually appealing. He has a great design. I think the problem is that, well, first of all, Tekken fans are extremely reactionary.
Very.
Fucking, I mean, I could breathe and say, I could breathe and they'd be like, Dragon off player. But you know, the thing is that this is probably the best character they could have picked. Okay, yes, they could have picked Kiryu, but he already uses his fist. They could have picked Tifa, but again, she already uses her fist and her legs. They wouldn't be any more unique than the average Tekken character would be. But
yep, that is true.
If you get somebody like Clive, who, yeah, he uses his hands and his feet, but he uses gigantic rock fists and big bird feet instead.
I like that's the first thing you said. I'm crying. Rock fist. All right, Goliath, go ahead, dog. Do your thing.
Yeah. So when you pick a guest character, and I know people are like, oh my god, it's just, why not just put it in Soul Calibur? Well, that franchise is fucking dead, so that's why. Second, if that's the case for that, why not just put majority of the Tekken characters in Dead or Alive? Because you could say that too. It's just, there's not.
That's
I mean, I don't.
But I get you.
Yeah. It's just like there's only you have to pick your battles here, and this is not one of them. This is probably the best guest character you probably could have gotten, and especially considering the stage is great too and all that. I just feel like they don't know how good. I mean, I think TJ said this actually a couple. Yeah, he said this a couple days ago. I think he said the Tekken players don't know how good they got it because they really don't.
You talking about Stunt TJ? Is that what you talking about? You talking about Stunt TJ?
Years. Yes. In any case, they just don't know how good they got it. And look, you know, it's like, well, oh my god, you could have put him in Soul Calibur. It's like, oh, dearie me, you put the sword guy in the sword game? How original.
Yep. Nothing special about it.
So I sometimes think that Tekken players don't even know the philosophy of their own game.
Hold on. I don't speak for those niggas, but let me say this.
The way I just looked up at you.
I'm talking about the Reddit players.
Hold on. That's what I mean. Like, but I get what you mean. Like, I'm obviously joking saying this, but I mean, if I can like just make a comment on that too, I agree. People don't know how good they got it, especially being Tekken is a part of one of the biggest companies that also pushes some of the biggest Dragon Ball games and anime games. People love those games. People will buy those games. It will happen. So the licenses that are connected to it are endless. I feel like people don't understand. Like when you said how Tekken players don't know how good they got it, they don't realize. Literally, bro, if it come down to it, we can get Goku with Tekken. Not saying that is kind of overboard, but I mean,
That's
it
yeah,
can happen.
yeah, it can happen. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, that's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, I agree with you on that part.
But it's just the amount of guest characters they would have access to. But people, it's just the amount of guest characters that they would possibly have access to, and yet they're mad about it. It doesn't really make much sense to me. But look, and a lot of people, first of all, a lot of people just gaslit themselves into thinking that Tifa was a surefire thing when Harada quite literally said Final Fantasy VII characters too expensive to license.
Yep.
Because they are.
He definitely did say that.
And Clive is the new protagonist, so why not just go with the new protagonist? I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking too much.
Nah, it's like that.
Nah, I don't think.
Don't forget, they already said. One of the developers said they're also afraid to like how the customization and everything go because of the intensity of the character. Because we already know there's mods, there's gooners, you know what I'm saying, and they were like, yo, we're not gonna let our character go through these things. So.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still not gonna stop them, but I feel it.
No, but in the sense of like. It's more like they know from you know what I'm saying. We're not gonna put him in the game.
They know
put her in the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're not. Seeing how far it can go, they're like, Tifa not. We are too protective of Tifa because Tifa has an image, in a sense of you know what I'm saying. Final Fantasy. That's it. You know what I'm saying. Tifa is the one that you know what I'm saying. I won't say. Let's use the word wholesome in this case. Is the wholesome one. Hey, she is this image of Final Fantasy. We don't want it to go to Tekken and become this brutal fighter, or again because Tifa's seen as the winner, the hopeful one. And if you dropping her in Tekken, hey, the clips can go both ways. Either how good you are with Tifa, or how bad people's gonna get beat down using Tifa. And then again, and that negative image, they were like, no, we don't want that image of Tifa. We only want Tifa in a good light. And it's again, business wise, I get it, even though it's not realistic. It's your like IP. I get it, but money wise, it would for sure. Like fame wise, popularity wise, it would have been good for Final Fantasy if they used Tifa. But using again the theory of like use somebody that's like outside of your verse to be in your verse and to make it sense like this is a guest character. Again, it makes also good sense. So I'm saying Clive is not a bad choice.
No,
I mean, they were like
like just to interject on that, that's people who are saying that are kind of read that the wrong way, because it's not that they didn't want to pick Tifa to be in the game, and mind you, it has. To be honest, Ryan them stated this in the Tekken talk too. It's bless you. It's not that they didn't want Tifa in the game or to like put her in the game. It's not even the creators saying they didn't want her in the game. It was because of the licensing plan, but prior to. So think about it. Harada said to them, well, we wanted a guest character, and it was taking more time for them to get the license for Tifa. And people will be like, well, isn't it just through Square Enix? No, because that's not how licensing works. Yeah. You gotta understand the people who own those characters, and it goes through a chain of command and higher ups, etc., etc. And then, well, isn't Bandai one of the biggest companies? Can't they No, it doesn't work like that. There's always a way to do things. But since Harada, being the higher up that he is and having the pool that he does, he already knew the person that made Final Fantasy 16. So it was like, well.
Yeah.
So you got to think about it. Harada is the bridge between. I was telling Sorrow this the other night. If you want to talk about how we get guest characters and how the bridge works with these relationships, they don't just come out of nowhere and give me money, we get characters. No, it doesn't work like that, because you can give them money and they still won't give you the character. The thing about it is that forming a relationship in higher up businesses are way more valuable than a profit. So with that being said, Harada was already on board with Tetsuya Nomura, which is the person who also made Final Fantasy 15, who was the higher up over that, while we got Noctis. And then Yoshida is the person who's over this game. He was already cool with him. And so in talks of having a Final Fantasy character, they already had it in mind to put Clive, but they knew people wanted Tifa. It's not like they didn't know. It's just that they already had the negotiation business things at hand instead of redoing a deal they already had. You feel me? It was easier for this deal than to get that deal.
Yep,
Which one
yep.
will make them more profit? Probably Tifa. But will they still make profit off of this? Of course. Because
Yeah, for
Clive
sure.
actually has a fan base. Clive is actually a popular character. And Clive is, to some, because this is, I'm going to say, the people who say, who is this character? They're the minority.
Yep.
That's the truth. So it is what it is, you know? That's what it is. But just to go over the business standpoint of things, because I was paying attention to that.
No, I feel.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Oh, I see. I get it.
Yeah. Yep. No, I appreciate y'all insight. Definitely.
I'm talking about something else. This counter hit
No, I
just
appreciate
goes
y'all
straight
insight.
into a heat engager.
Oh yeah. I've been trying that as well. Though. Yeah, I believe the character. No, I appreciate y'all input in this one. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? W insight. Appreciate it. Hold on, give me two
Yeah. So, I mean, if you ever want to go over the character too, bro, I got you.
Nah,
I'm
bet.
figuring out some stuff.
I told you, yeah, for sure. Hold on. All right, guys. That's it for this part. You know what I'm saying? A little conversation where we had some gameplay going on. This is our first impression, talk about Clive as a character, the story, and customization. I hope y'all like the conversation. Don't forget to follow me on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Drop a comment and let me know what you think about Clive's and his progress and his lore. Partaking Tekken, do you like the Clive as part of Tekken? Let me know what's your opinion, and do you like the Phoenix stage? So far, if you've seen the stage, is amazing, it's beautiful. The music is astounding, and man, I got no complaints for it for real. So yeah, that's it for me. Good night, good morning, and good day. Is Andre Zane. Peace out.